Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video about a couple of these cute little Dr. Martens bags. I've been into Dr. Martens bags ever since I discovered they made them. I always knew the boots and the shoes, shoe line. I had no idea they were making bags up until earlier this year when my husband showed me one of the backpacks that he wanted from them for work. And I was like, oh my God, they make bags. I had no idea. So now my collection has grown. Some I got on sale and clearance, some I got secondhand. I've really kind of fallen in love with the quality of their bags and that edgy look. I have another video reviewing their mini tote that they have that is super cute. And I also wanted to make a video about these two bags because I haven't seen a lot of information about these, and I've searched YouTube and I've searched Instagram. Um, so now that I have them, I wanted to make a little bit more in-depth review, a bit of a comparison, a bit of what fits, and one little hack that might be helpful for some people, something that I came up with to modify the one feature that most of these bags have that I don't like. So let's get started. I have this little guy here. It's the keychain little baggie. It's like a 4 inches little case, super cute. It also comes with a ring like this that says Dr. Martens on it, the key ring, which I remove. I don't really have a need for it, so I keep removing all of those from my keychains. So this one has a adjustable little like real buckle that's adjustable, but you don't need to use it because it has a magnetic closure. And here I keep my earbuds Pro. This is a Samsung earbuds. Very, very nice case. I love that this case is not earbud specific. It fits the Apple earbuds and Bose and Samsung and other brands. And I really like that. It makes it easier for me to find them in the bigger bags. I did leave the strap on. This is the wrist strap. The brand is wrist strap, and it's really easy for me to find them and pull them out, especially if I'm driving and I'm sitting at the stop light and I need my earbuds because some phone call coming up or just listen to my audiobook. So very easy to find. So one feature that I wanted to show you right away that Dr. Martin does on some of their bags, not all of them, but some of them, that I do not like, is that they make this little flaps like this, I guess to prevent items from falling out. So all of their smaller bags come with those kind of flaps, which in my opinion get in the way. So this case also came with those flaps, as you can probably tell, hopefully. They're no longer there. I cut them off. So this is the hack that I wanted to show right away because you will see that bag I just received today. I haven't cut it yet. This leather is very, very nice. It is not going to fray. It is not going to do anything. So don't be afraid to get rid of those tabs if they're getting in the way for you of getting your items in and out. Like for my earbuds, like they would fold in when I'm trying to put them in, and you have to straighten them out. So I trimmed them off. The only thing I would recommend is to use very sharp scissors. In my case, I used my kitchen shears, not the office ones. They cut through all kinds of tough, different, plastic packaging and whatnot. Those are the sharpest ones I have in my house, and it was like nothing. They cut like butter. There's absolutely, I try to do a good job so it's nice and neat, but there is no fraying. There's nothing. I've been using this for a few months now, and it looks perfect because this leather comes unfinished to begin with. There is no edge coating. There is no stitching along the edge. That's why you can just bravely cut them off, and it's going to look like nothing was ever there. Obviously, I'm not worried about anything falling out of there. I don't need them. Now, on this vertical, I think it's called a messenger bag, journalist bag, something like that. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. So this one has a little card holder in the back. I never know what to put in there, so I got some RFID protection blocking cards on Amazon, a pack of them, and put them in all of these inserts because I'm not going to carry my ID there, so I don't really know what to put in there. And this one also has a functional buckle, but this one also has this old style clasp that you press on to open the bag, so you don't have to undo the buckle. So it's not a magnet, it's this instead. This bag has a non-detachable crossbody strap and also came with those tabs. They were very long. They were almost meeting in the middle of the bag and getting in the way of getting your items out and putting them back in. So I also trimmed them off. So that is what I recommend you do. I've seen reviews where people were complaining about it being the only flow of the bag, that those tabs get in the way. So yeah, don't be afraid to just carefully cut them off, nice and neat. It's going to look like nothing was ever there. So I got this bag because it was on clearance from Dr. Martens website. It has non-detachable strap, like I said. It is adjustable. It is very generous. I love it. Crossbody. It's long enough on me. I'm 5'5", and I like for my crossbody bags to sit lower. I don't like them at my waist. I like them more like at my hip length, and this one allows me to have it sitting so low. This bag is a little bit weird. It has this very deep interior, and it has a slip pocket in the back and the slip pocket in the front, and it has these elastic pull things that help you get the items out. So if you put like a card holder, well, this one doesn't fit a card holder, but it fits like a stack of cards, say credit card, debit card, ID, insurance. It would fit in here. So you put it in there, and then it's kind of hard to fish it out of there, but you pull on this tab and it lifts them out. And so the back slip pocket is made of fabric and kind of has the same idea to help you retrieve the items. So capacity wise, this is a pretty decent bag. I got it. I actually got two of these, one for myself, one for my husband, to wear when we are out on motorcycles. So if it's your phone, a card holder, or like I said, I don't even use a card holder. I just put in my important cards in the front pocket. It would fit a couple things, lip gloss, keys, not a lot. The only thing that is kind of challenging about this bag is due to its shape. Obviously, if things fall down to the bottom, they're harder to get, and then your phone needs to go vertically in here. And then outside of like your phone and like another flat item, not much fits due to its shape. So it really depends on your needs. It is obviously a very minimal bag for just, quick errand, quick, maybe for travel. It would fit a phone, a passport and a passport holder with some cards in it, some kind of small items, really very, very minimal. So this is one of the options. Like I said, I only got it because it was on some crazy clearance and I wanted to try it. And after I got this, and I think I used it once so far, I discovered this 7-inch messenger bag that they have. So this bag comes in, it's all the same leather, by the way. It's called a Kiev leather. This bag comes in this size, which is 7 inches across, and then there is a larger one, which is 11. It looks exactly the same, but it's larger. It has real buckles, no magnet, no clasp. You literally have to undo both buckles, which is annoying. And it has this card slot right in the middle of here. That's the 11-inch, which is why it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to get the 11-inch. I don't like the card holder in the front, and I have nothing to put in it. And then also the capacity of the 11-inch is more similar to my other Dr. Martens bags, including my tote. that I reviewed in a separate video, so I didn't really want like a big messenger bag. Somebody in the reviews on their website mentioned that it would be really nice if they made a size in between, and I do agree. I just received this. I got it from Zappos via Amazon. I just received it, and I do agree that a size between the 7 and 11 inch would have been awesome. Maybe 9, I think, would have been like a perfect medium, and I hope that they come out with it eventually with the magnetic closure, not the real buckle. So this little guy is more like, well, to me, like, I don't know, evening wristlet, errand running bag, travel bag. So this one has detachable strap, but it's proprietary. So like you can't use a different strap with this bag. Unfortunately, it doesn't have your traditional D-ring hardware. It has a buckle that's attached to the bag, and you insert the strap into it on both sides. So mine is just currently on the longest setting because I didn't want the ends to hang low and flap and start to curl out. I don't like that. So I attached it to the absolute last hole. And then to my surprise, like I said, I haven't found any reviews of this bag, so I didn't really know much when I was ordering it. But to my surprise, the strap actually has a separate adjustment buckle. So for me, on this setting currently, like I said, I'm 5'5". This sits very low on me, like low on the hip. Perfect. I would even maybe shorten it up a little bit because if I walk, it's gonna like bounce too much from my hip and like hit my body. So I would even shorten it. Very generous strap for taller people or larger size people. I am 5'5", size US XL, and it sits very comfortably on me. It's like a dainty strap, but it's comfortable because the bag is so small. So I'm relieved to see this because I knew that if this strap was too short for my liking, for my preference, I would not be able to easily swap it out, which is what I like to do. I have other straps, and this was not an option for me on this bag to swap it out with a different strap or chain and make it work that way. So I'm very relieved that it works with the strap that it came with. So it's super cute. It's boxy. It's got the yellow stitching. It's a Doc Martens logo. The back is just plain. And then it sits on its own. Like I said, I've grown to appreciate this leather very much. The only thing that is a problematic with this leather is that it leave, like if you have greasy fingers or lotion or anything like that in your hands, it will leave the prints that are kind of hard to wipe. I usually try to use the dry tissue to wipe it off or a leather cleaner. But other than that, it's very durable. It's water repellent. I've been caught in the rain with the bags made out of this leather. I have another, this one that's made out of the same leather, and it's gotten wet multiple times, and it's absolutely fine. So going into here, it does have those two cute buckles similar to this case, and then it has a magnetic closure, which is perfect. And it makes it easier that it's two of them, that it's not a real buckle or it's not even that other push clasp, that it is magnetic. I'm not sure if they're going to find themselves easily. So far, it seems like they do. When you push it down, you see magnets found themselves. I love that, so I don't have to look and make a connection visually. I can just push like this and it connects, and I love that. It's just amazing. So here's how it opens. It is very, very small, and these are the tabs that I'm talking about. So I wanted to show you guys before I cut them off. I am keeping this bag. I removed the tags. I will be trimming these off at the base as short as I can, because right now, to me, this is not a functional feature. I absolutely cannot stand it. So, and I want to show you that's when it's closed. Let's make them connect. Here we go. This one did not connect. See, it's fiddly. I'm looking for something that's gonna like close by itself. There is barely any opening here. I'm not even worried about my smaller items falling out, my lipstick or anything else that I put in here. There's absolutely no need for this tab to be there, right? And then also when I cut it, I'm not gonna make those openings bigger. I'm gonna leave, because these tabs are raised, right? So I cut it like kind of following that shape, make it squarish, roundish. So it's still going to have this stiff piece of leather standing up, and that will fill that gap that the top creates. It will fill that, and it will be perfect. Just like, well, in this one I cut a little low because I wasn't worried. I specifically got this for earbuds. I'm not planning on, carrying any vitamins or any coins in here because those things might fall out. Like if you use it as a coin purse, the coins would slip out, right? So maybe that's why they added the tabs. I'm not sure, but this one will be perfectly secure. So that would be my next thing that I'm gonna do. Now that I know I'm keeping it, I'm gonna cut these off and get them out of here because they do get in the way. So I'll show you what fits. It's very, very minimal. So for me, it would be a bag to run errands, like, I don't know, stop at a post office, stop at a pharmacy, pick up a couple things. I don't need my whole bag. I don't need my emergency catch-all pouch. I'm not out and about for hours and hours. I'm just running quick errands. I have my car with me, and I have things that I need in my car, umbrella, water, whatever. I don't need to pack my bag for the day. Or perfect for travel. Again, same thing, crossbody for airport. That would be a very good bag for that, for me personally. So right now I test packed it to show you guys. So it does fit my ginormous phone. I'll show you. Right now I have a car key fob, which is like really beefy in its own um, leather case. So it makes it kind of beefy. And I have a Samsung tag on it. So I have that. Obviously, I need that. My car is keyless start, but the key needs to be on me. So obviously, it needs to be in my bag. I have house keys. This is the Louis Vuitton 4-key holder in Taiga leather. I have my Givenchy card holder. This one has card compartment and money compartment. It's pretty slim profile, I think, but it's one of those like longer card holders. It's not your standard card holder. Is like usually kind of like this. This is like a longer one, but flat. It's a vintage piece that I got from a reseller on eBay. At the bottom, I have a lip balm and my smallest hand sanitizer that I usually use in like evening clutches and things like that. It's one of those spray sanitizer from, I think, CVS or something. You can get them by the register. This is absolutely the smallest size I ever found, and I like to have sanitizer with me. So it's enough for, I don't know, to use at dinner for 8 people or to use for 1 or 2 people for multiple times. It's just a liquid spray. And then I have the case from my phone. It's Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It is huge and it fits there very snugly, very, very snug. But I would say that it's probably one of the biggest phones on the market, and it does fit there with the case. This is a very thick case, and I'm recording on my phone, but I did fit in here before, so it's totally fine. So it's completely plain on the inside. There's no pockets, nothing, just a little tag and says Doc Martens there. So I would trim down these tabs. And then another thing I want to mention is that I know it looks like it's kind of very slim. Let me try to put things back in there. And I would put all these little items at the bottom because there is enough depth to it. Your phone can even sit on top of them. And then, all the other slim items after that. But what I decided to do, so it looks like, okay, you put your phone in card holder, it's at full capacity. Well, due to design of this, you see how it's kind of like concave a little bit in here too. So in this leather is firm, but it's pliable enough to where it does stretch a little bit. So what I decided to do is what I've done with my other bags, Dr. Martens bags, made out of the same leather, is to kind of like stuff it with items that I want to take with me and kind of force it to stretch by doing so. and I'm stuffing them towards the back, so there is no distortion in the front, right? So there's going to be a little bit of the outline showing in the back. It's fine. It's going to stretch. And this is what fits in there. Currently, I have room for, I think, either foldable sunglasses or something else, maybe a little thing of supplements. Sometimes I have to bring with me, if I'm taking this and I'm going to be having a meal, I need to bring my digestive enzymes with me. So you just basically, I would have to take things out of my catch-all pouch and put them in there loosely towards the bottom without that pouch that is meant to organize small items in a larger bag, right? So whatever else I might need to bring with me, like I have this perfume, is probably too large, but no, it actually fits if I have to, depending on the occasion, okay? So that's really what it's all about. It's all about where you're taking this bag to. For example, if I was to use it for travel, I would not have my car key in here. I would not have my house keys in here. You can't even see what I'm showing you because of the tabs. So it would be completely different. The way that I would pack it would be different. No house keys, no car keys. So I would have my phone. I would most likely replace my card holder with a passport holder that has card slots and a cash slot in it, and that would fit next to my phone in there. See how, like, this bag, it's pliable. You can stretch it out and put things in there. I would still have a hand sanitizer, lip balm. I can add smaller items in there. I like to have my eye drops. I can throw them down to the bottom. So you get the idea. You can bring whatever you need to bring with you, depending on where you're going with this bag. But again, of course, it's very, very minimalistic. That's obviously, I want you to have a good idea of the capacity. It is not a large capacity bag. And what I like about it is that for me to like run errands in the middle of the day, for example, sometimes I take a lunch break, I need to run errands. I can put it on crossbody. I can throw it on crossbody very comfortably, right? And what I like about little bags like this is that I don't have to take it off when I get in the car. So I wear it crossbody and I get in and out of the car and I leave it on me, on my body. It just kind of sits between like my body and the door of the car because I wear my bags crossbody on the left side. I don't have to remove it, keep throwing it over my head, putting it on the seat next to me. It's small enough to drive and have it on my side and just kind of like make multiple stops, run into stores, pick up things, drop off things. Sometimes I have to go ship things, like things like that. Like, so I don't need my entire full purse of things. Sunglasses, I would probably have on either my face or on my head. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I always need sunglasses. And all the other things that I carry with me on a daily basis, it's like they're either just in case items or they're items for a long day out and about, away from home, away from the car. You know how it is. If you carry a purse, you know how it is. So um, I would use something like this to also go for a walk. Um, Sometimes my husband and I like to go for a walk. We walk straight from home, so we don't drive to the park. We have access to the park to just leave the house and start walking. So in that case, I would bring a phone, maybe ID and one credit card just in case, although there's no shopping really on our way. There's one gas station you can walk to, but it's not on our way. But I would bring an ID. It's always a good idea to have ID with you when you're out and about. House keys, and my phone, and that's it. Maybe like some kind of a mosquito spray or something, which would need to be in a little container. Maybe my lip balm. So very, very minimal, right? So that would serve that purpose for me. And honestly, now that I've seen it and played with it a little bit, I haven't obviously used it yet, but I'm like test packing it to see how practical it is. I think I would possibly even sell this guy because even though It looks larger, like capacity-wise. I mean, I think it's also kind of 7, maybe 8 inches, but tall, right? I think it's similar. It's just vertical, right? But I think it's just more practical because of the layout. I'm always like drawn to this layout, and then I forget how, it's not really all that practical. Let me try to pack it for you guys. It fits about the same amount. So here's the phone next to it. So I would say maybe this one is 8 inches tall, not 7. But you put a phone in there and it basically stands all the way to the top. So you see how getting your items out of there is just not as easy. Let me see if my card holder fits in the back pocket. So yes, my card holder fits in the back pocket very snugly. And then to get it out, you pull on this tab, but it kind of like also gets in the way, the tab. So once you put these two things in there, again, it's the same leather. It's also pliable. You can still stretch it out. But because it's like a deep vertical bag, like if I put my lip balm on the side of the phone, I would not be able to reach and get it out. I would need to probably like shake it upside down for it to fall into my hand. And then the front here, I like the compartments, but like you can put cards in here. Instead of bringing a card holder, you can just put your cards in here, and then you put the phone in here, and then there's just like, I don't know, I think the layout is the problem. Like the key would fit, but it kind of like interferes with my phone. So I can put my house keys in the back. So like I said, capacity wise, it's about the same. As well as the size, but you see, like, yes, I can jam all these little things. Technically, I can jam the car key all the way to the bottom because I don't need to take it out, right? Like it's keyless entry. I don't need to unlock the car or start it, so the key just needs to be on my body. So I can put it all the way to the bottom. I can put maybe these two things at the top, and then like when I take my phone out, they will probably fall in, and then I won't be able to put it back easily. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like a bit of a pain because of the vertical layout. And normally I don't mind vertical layout bags, but I'm talking about like vertical totes and vertical bucket bags. Like those I like and enjoy, although I do have to use a purse light in those because I can't see anything because it's like a bottomless pit. But even though this is the similar size as we just discovered, I think that just the layout makes it more practical than the other guy. Easier to open. Also, this one the straps were a little bit too long. I adjusted it one hole to tighten it. And I don't know if you can see this, like you can really stuff the bag and you have a lot of control over the flap, like how tightly it closes, or it gives you more room. This guy has the same concept. The buckle is also adjustable. I like this one. I feel like maybe it's a little bit more men's. It's meant to be unisex. I don't know. It's called a reporter bag, journalist bag, something like that. Like it looks good on my husband. My husband loves it. He's super minimalist. He doesn't need anything. Doesn't need a lip balm. He doesn't need a hand sanitizer because he uses mine. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that this one is more feminine or more girly. I think they both are unisex, but like I can see that for my needs, even though the capacity is the same, I would use this one more. It's more practical for me, but it also has that edge to it, and it still goes with like all of my Dr. Martens footwear. I bought a couple pairs of different sandals for the summer, and it goes with them, and it will go with the dress and with jeans and with whatever. So I hope this review was helpful for those who are considering this. I've seen some of these on Pre-Loved Market, not too many. The dark cherry colored bag, the same bag, but dark cherry, I think is a vegan leather. This is real leather. So please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I do my best to answer them, and thank you for watching.